Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by the channel again, checking out another video. Please take a moment and subscribe to our channel. Today we're just going to talk very quickly about when to harvest your butternut squash. And really this will probably apply to most varieties of winter squash, but we're going to talk specifically about the butternut squash today. So when do you know that it's right? The right time or a good time to harvest your squash. A few things that you can look for. The first thing that you want to look for is the color. It shouldn't be green anymore or have any green spots on it. Your butternut squash is going to turn a kind of a gold or beige color. I don't know if you can see here in the camera, I got a couple hanging here behind me that are almost ready. They've started to turn their colors. So look for that gold or beige. Secondly, the skin of the squash should not be glossy or shiny. It should have more of a dull matte to it. And that means that the skin is starting to harden up. If the skin on the squash is more glossy, then it's probably still in the ripening stage. Third thing that you can do, again with testing the skin, is as it gets more mature and ripens up, this outer skin starts to kind of get more tough and hard. So if you take a fingernail and just kind of push on it a little bit, if your fingernail kind of sinks right in, then it's not ripe yet. It shouldn't be easy to push through the skin of the squash if it's ripe. The next thing that you can look for is the stem itself. The stem should turn brown really before you harvest it. If it's still green, then most likely if it's still green, you might still see some green stripes or mottled sections in the squash itself, and it wouldn't be ripe. So the stem is a good indicator to check to see if it's been ripe yet, because by the time, in most cases, unless you've been affected by some sort of disease or something, if the stem is brown, it should be about ready to go. One recommendation that a lot of people use is they wait until after first frost to start harvesting their butternut squash. Now frost is going to kill off the overall plant, the leaves and the vines, because squash is not frost hardy. So when you get that first heavy frost, that it starts settling down on the ground and on the leaves, or it's not just like on the top of the roofs or maybe on your car window. Sometimes you'll see that happen early in the fall before you actually get a true frost that affects all the plants. But once you've got that first heavy frost and the vines and the leaves all start dying back, then in most cases you should be able to harvest any of the butternut squash that has turned the correct color. You're going to probably end up with some butternut squash that just started late and didn't have enough time to get to the ripening stage, that you will lose some. I know I've got multiple ones in different stages of growth. A lot of them started late, and so they probably are not going to make it in time for me to harvest. But any of the ones that have turned color, you should be good to go. Then when you harvest them, again talking about the brown stem, leave a good 2 to 3 inches of that stem on there when you cut it off of the vine. This is going to help the squash stay preserved longer. It'll last longer in your storage over winter. If you're cutting it real close down to the squash itself, it tends to go bad faster. Once you've picked them, and if you have a lot that you want to keep for longer storage, you want to cure them is the next step. So curing just means that you're putting it in a warm place that's protected by the weather, so warm, dry place like in your garage or in your shed, for probably 1 to 2 weeks. And that actually helps the skin on them toughen up even more, and it will get even harder, which will protect the squash for longer storage. So put it in like on a table or something like that in your garage, shed, whatever area you have that's protected by the weather. Carport would even work. And then about every 1 to 2 days you'll want to go, well, every 2 to 3 days actually, you don't have to do it every day, but every 2 to 3 days go out and kind of turn the squash a little bit so it gets kind of an even curing, and it all gets good airflow all the way around. If you have some sort of like screen that's set up where it gets airflow underneath, that helps too. But a table will work fine, just as long as you go out and turn them every couple of days. And then after about a week or two, then they should be fully cured, and then you can put them in wherever you're going to store them. Now, for storing them long term, you're going to want to put them in a place that is cooler and dark preferably. So if you have a cool basement or like a bedroom or something like that you don't use, and you kind of keep closed off and it always stays kind of cold in there, that would work. Like really your temperature range you'd probably want to store them in would be 50 to 65 degrees max, but you know, the lower the better, down to about 50 degrees. Then you can store your squash throughout all of the winter. They should last you, and you don't have to, you know, process them all up immediately, like worry about having to roast them and freeze them and all that kind of stuff immediately. You can just go and pull a whole squash out when you're ready to use it, and then you're good to go. So that's it. A few tips on harvesting your butternut squash. And like I said, that it will also apply to most of your winter squashes as well. So hope you are having a great day, and I hope that you get a lot of butternut squash this year if you've been growing them. And hope everything's going well in your homesteads and your gardens. Again, please subscribe to our channel, and we hope to see you again soon. Have a great day. Namaste.